All right, let's jump right into it. Even though the iPhone 17 Pro Max is still a ways off, the rumor mill is already churning like crazy. And honestly, it's painting a picture of what could be one of the most exciting iPhone upgrades we've seen in a long, long time. So we're going to cut through all that noise and figure out what the leaks are really telling us.
So, what are we actually looking at here? Is this going to be just another small, incremental update, or could this be a truly massive leap forward for the iPhone? Let's dig into the evidence and see what story it tells.
But first, we gotta get this out of the way, and it's super important. Everything we're about to talk about, it's all based on unofficial leaks, supply chain rumors, and analyst predictions. Nothing is real until Apple says it is. So think of this as our best guess preview with the info we have right now.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the design, the look and feel of the phone. The word on the street is that the iPhone 17 Pro Max is getting a pretty serious makeover, starting with the actual materials they're building it out of. And this is one of the most surprising rumors we've seen. Apple might actually be ditching titanium. Yeah, after just a couple of years, it looks like the Pro Max could be moving to an aluminum chassis. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Isn't that a step backward? Well, not so fast. There are actually some really compelling reasons why this could be a brilliant move. So why on earth would they switch? Well, it comes down to three key things. First off, aluminum is lighter than titanium, which is a huge plus on a big phone like this. Second, it's way better at getting rid of heat, and trust me, we'll circle back to why that's so important. And third, aluminum just makes it easier to do really bright, fun, saturated colors. The changes aren't just on the frame either. The screen is supposedly getting a huge upgrade. We're talking about a new kind of ceramic shield that's tougher against scratches and has a special anti-reflective layer. For day-to-day use, that's a game changer. It means a more durable screen that's way easier to see outside in the bright sun. And remember that aluminum chassis? This is where it could get really exciting. For maybe the first time ever on a Pro model, we might get a truly bold color. All signs are pointing to a vibrant orange. I mean, that's a massive departure from the usual serious, muted colors we're used to seeing. Okay, let's move on from the outside and look under the hood. Because the performance upgrades being rumored, well, they're not just small speed bumps. This sounds like a fundamental leap forward in the phone's power.
And at the very heart of all that power is the brand new A19 Pro chip. This is going to be Apple's next big thing, a 3-nanometer processor. The idea is simple. It gives you absolutely screaming performance for heavy-duty stuff like gaming, but it's also way more efficient, so it sips battery when you're just texting or scrolling. Now, this is a big deal. The rumors are saying the Pro Max is getting a 50% jump in RAM, all the way up to 12 gigabytes. So what does that actually mean for you? It means true seamless multitasking. You could be editing a 4K video, jump over to a dozen different apps, and then jump back without anything needing to reload. It's all about making the phone feel absolutely instant. And to power all of this new hardware, the battery is apparently getting a massive upgrade to nearly 5,000 milliamp hours. That's a huge capacity. When you combine a battery that big with a super efficient chip like the A19 Pro, well, we could be looking at some of the best battery life we have ever seen in any iPhone. Period. Hey, remember that aluminum chassis we were talking about? This is where it comes back into the picture. It's expected to work together with a brand new vapor chamber cooling system. The two things work as a team to pull heat away from the processor, which means the phone can run at top speed for longer without getting too hot, especially when you're gaming. Okay, let's talk about what for many people could be the single biggest reason to even think about this phone. The cameras. The changes that are being rumored here are absolutely massive, and they touch pretty much every single lens on the device. I mean, just look at these numbers. They tell an incredible story. We're talking about the ultra-wide and the telephoto lenses jumping from 12 all the way to 48 megapixels. That means a ridiculous amount of extra detail and way better photos in low light. And it's not just the cameras on the back. Even the front-facing selfie camera is supposedly doubling to 24 megapixels. But the real showstopper, the feature that might be exclusive just to the Pro Max, is variable optical zoom. So instead of being stuck at a fixed 5x zoom, the lens elements could physically move inside the phone. This would give you true, crystal clear optical zoom anywhere between 5x and maybe even 8x. Think of it like a real camera lens extending out. It's pure physics, not digital tricks. That's a pro-level feature right in your pocket. So, we've got a new design, a ton of new power, and a potentially game-changing camera system. But what about the other stuff? Let's talk about the final pieces of the puzzle. The price, the accessories, and the elephant in the room, AI.
So what's this going to cost? Honestly, the jury's still out. Some big analysts think the price will hold steady at $11.99. But others are looking at the rising cost of parts and are predicting a small, maybe $50 price bump. This is one we're just going to have to wait and see on. It also looks like a whole new lineup of accessories is on the way. After the mixed reaction to fine woven cases, it seems Apple is shifting to a new material called tech woven. Beyond that, we're hearing about new silicone cases and even a really cool magnetic crossbody strap. And you know that rumor that just will not die, reverse wireless charging? Well, it feels more likely than ever this year. The idea is you could finally just pop your AirPods case on the back of the iPhone 17 Pro Max and give it a quick boost of power. Super handy. But for all of this incredible hardware, there's a huge software question mark. It's not really a secret that Apple's own AI development has reportedly hit some snags, and they've lost some top people. This has fueled some really strong rumors that Apple might actually partner with Google to bring Gemini AI to the iPhone. And if that happens, that would be a massive, massive strategic shift for the company. Which brings us right to the final question. On one hand, the hardware leaks are pointing to an absolute beast of a device, a powerhouse with a fresh design and a camera that looks incredible. But on the other hand, you've got a potential price hike and this giant looming question about its AI smarts. So, is all of that enough to make this the ultimate must-have upgrade? That really is the billion-dollar question.